This is Mora for Evolution Combat Sports Championship. I'm here with FIT NHB fighter, King of the Cage champion, and now Evolution fighter, also, I should say. Tim Means. Tim, thanks for taking the time.
Thanks for having me.
Tim, let's go ahead and give everybody your background. I know you've been in the game for almost, I want to say 20 years. I know it hasn't been that long, but 17, 15 years old? Go ahead and give us your background.
Yeah, 17. 2003, 2002, 2003, I started training. Had my first fight in 03.
Now, it was before they called it MMA, correct? It was no holds barred at that time.
Yeah, nobody liked no holds barred. It was just a bunch of thugs supposedly getting together to beat each other up. No one liked it, you know?
How has the sport changed for you, or how have you seen it change from the no holds barred transitioning to mixed martial arts that you see today?
Well, it went from a ghetto street fight and no respect to everybody respects it, and dudes are hugging after they smash each other. It's just phenomenal the way everything's turned and how MMA is today. It saved a bunch of guys' lives, and it's extremely neat exciting to be in, you know.
Now, you recently, and I mentioned you are the King of the Cage champion. You recently had a fight with Dom O'Grady. Is that the guy's name?
Yeah, Dom O'Grady.
And it was
Yeah.
And it was a super fight for a super fight King of the Cage belt.
Yep.
He came out victorious,
Yep.
spectacular fashion.
Yeah.
Tell us a little bit about that, and how do you feel being holding two belts now for King of the Cage?
Man, I'm excited to have two belts. I'm excited to bring belts back to the fans here in New Mexico. The fight was kind of lackluster the first couple rounds because, you know, he does that Jake Shield stuff where he holds you down and tries to grind the fight out, but he started to fade, and I started beating him up the third, fourth, and fifth round, shut his eyes, cut him open real bad. He was bleeding from his eyes real bad, so, you know, to get a win over him since we fought to a draw in the first fight and I lost the point, it was a draw. I was extremely happy to win the fight, but to get the win bonus and have that extra cash in my pocket, so it was exciting. You know?
That's always a good thing to have that extra cash in the pocket.
Right.
Now, you're coming home. That was out in California. You're coming home. You're finally fighting in New Mexico, first time in a while.
Right.
MMA-wise, anyways.
Right, yeah.
We know you've done some boxing here locally, but MMA, you're back in the cage here in New Mexico, February 11th for Evolution Combat Sports. Your opponent was supposed to be Hello Japan Dave Gardner, and I believe he trained out of Jackson's. The contracts were signed.
Right.
That fight fell through. They pulled out. How do you feel about that?
It is what it is. You know, he wasn't ready for the fight. He had personal reasons or whatever happened on their end. You know, I signed the contract. I'm still here to fight, and it is what it is. My hat's off to those guys. They have great fighters, so you know.
So now Evolution Combat Sports, they wiped that one clean. They found you a new opponent. Do you know who your opponent is?
Yeah, I'm fighting a guy named Ricky Moosegrave from Colorado, from the Fight Factory.
What do you know about him?
He's a tough dude. He's an Army Ranger. Comes straight forward, throws 1-2s. But anybody that comes forward, I stop them in their tracks. So I'm looking to put an early into his night.
Now, if I'm not mistaken, you hold the fastest KO or top 3 fastest KO in mixed martial arts today, correct?
I think I hold 2 of them, yeah. I don't think they're the top, but they're up there, 4-second and 9-second knockout.
4-second and 9-second. So are we going to try and break a record and go for, let's say, 2-second knockout?
He comes running forward like he does. He might go to sleep early, but you know, you try to force that kind of stuff and it doesn't happen. So I'm just gonna wait on it, and if it happens, it happens.
Now, how has training camp gone for you because of the fact that you changed opponents? Talk to us a little bit about that. Has that changed any, or is it just you train for mixed martial arts all the way around? You don't really train for your opponent. How does that work?
We try to sharpen up all the skills so that it's different in every fight. You know, what I did wrong in my last fight, I'm not going to do wrong in this fight. So much for the training camp. It's been a little awkward because of the weather. You know, we had the crazy storms coming in, had me stranded out in Moriarty. I got my runs in, but I got back into practice with Tom Vaughn and had him beat me up, and I'm mentally there for this fight, and I've already won. You know.
You're a couple days out now. How are you feeling?
Excellent. I'm here to cut weight. Come to get some tickets from you so the family can go, and I'm ready to knuckle up in New Mexico, you know. So.
Before I let you go, what are Tim Means' goals for 2011?
I'm gonna go undefeated this year. I might fight for another title for King of the Cage for the lightweight world title. I'm gonna defend my belt and hopefully reach for the stars and snag the stars this year. You know.
Sounds good, Tim. Best of luck to you on Friday, and I'm excited to see you fight in your home city or home state, I should say, not city, home state of New Mexico.
Yeah, I'm excited about that. I want to thank my sponsors, Max Muscle and Rio Rancho. Thank you. Monty Anderson out there at the Farmer Bureau Services and Insurance out in Moriarty. BNR Construction, Lifetime Fitness, AHC Therapies. Thank you guys. You got me on top. Let's stay there. Stick with me to the end.
And of course, Fit NHB, right?
Fit NHB always. Those are my brothers, baby. You know.
Sounds good. Tim, thanks for taking the time.
Cool. Thank you, Sal.
This is Sal Mora for EvolutionCombatSports.com.